Everybody, thank you for joining us on our Feelgood Friday. We have a very special guest joining us this evening. We're joined by Sophie Fox, who is the author of Guided by Angels, A Journey Through Life with the Archangels, and creator of the Guided by Angels Oracle cards and the new Angelic Energies Frequency Tarot deck. Sophie is a certified angel guide, a future life progression practitioner, and an angelic Reiki master. Sophie empowers others to connect with their divine truth through angelic wisdom, intuitive guidance, and high frequency healing. She's also the creator of scented healing mists, vibrational sprays infused with angelic Reiki and attuned to the female ascended masters. And we're really excited to have her with us this evening and take a sneak peek into this new tarot deck as well. And Sophie, thank you for joining us. How are you?
Pleasure. Lovely to be here. I'm really well, thank you. Yeah.
Brilliant.
To be here. Yeah, I've been on a mission this year to help people to step into becoming their own oracle. That is my driving force, to help people put the power back in their own hands. So the past year now, I've been helping people develop their intuition. I do 2 monthly groups at the moment, local to where I am in Halifax, in West Yorkshire. And through doing the intuition group, one of the big things that the people wanted to know about, to learn, was the tarot. And it's such a huge animal. I mean, I've been learning it for years, truthfully, and there's still more to discover. And I really wanted to make it as easy as possible for people to understand it, because it's a phenomenal tool. I say to people, it's like, well, any cards, to be honest. I explain to people there's two different types of cards. You've got the oracle cards and the tarot. Now, the oracle ones, there's no limits, if you like. There's no rules. So you can have any theme that you can imagine, any design. And usually people have channeled those messages. So mine, for example, which I've sadly sold out of. I need to get some more printed.
I've got your book here as well.
Bless you. Thank you. The Guided by Angel Oracle cards, yeah, they're obviously themed about angels, and guidance from the angels. But the tarot, they're kind of set in stone. The meanings never change. You've got your major arcana, your minor arcana, and that never changes. It's just different designs. So with mine, I've not reinvented the wheel here. But what I have done is I've made them as easy as possible for people to work with them. So if you can see.
So I've been trying to learn tarot for about 30 years.
Yeah,
and it's not for me. I'm eager to see.
Yeah, there's so much to it. And I really just wanted to make it as easy as possible, like I say. So you've got the upright and reversed meanings on here. So you can instantly, at a glance, see what the cards are saying to you. But it might be, I put different, all different possibilities and eventualities on there. It might be just one word that pricks your consciousness and like, oh, you can really feel into that, because that's what the cards do is they feel into the energy of what you're asking about. I'm going to go into give you some little amazing tips actually with any cards that you work with, how to get the best out of them as we carry on talking.
Before we do that, just tell us a little bit about the frequency of the card deck. So did the angels create it with you?
So with the cards, you'll notice they're very different, the images, to what you would see in traditional tarot. Now, the thing with the tarot is it was created in the 1500s, and life was very, very different back there, then. So I personally find a lot of the images very dark and quite triggering. If you see like an image of a man lying on his front with 10 swords in his back, you automatically, oh, that doesn't look good. Where, or is it the Three of Swords? You've got the heart and the three swords stabbing into the heart. So I've got rid of all the dark, scary images, and what I've done is I've replaced with the. Well, I wanted to make them really just high vibrational. You see, I think color for me is. I'm trying to find a major arcana.
Is it like energy artwork?
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
There we go.
Amazing.
Color carries such a high vibrational energy, and it's so healing. So the major arcana are, just color frequencies, but then you've got your four suits, and they are represented by orbs of light, different colors of the orbs of light. So the pentacles are very much to do with finances and stability and everything. So they're green, for example. And you've got the cups, which are all about emotions. So those are blue. Swords are all about intellect and how you think about things. So we're using color psychology here. Those are yellow. And then where's the red one? Here we go. Wands are all about what you're passionate about, fire that drives you. So they're red. And then the court cards are a series of halos in increasing intensities. So they're really beautiful, high vibrational.
Yeah, they look beautiful.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Did it take you long to create them?
Oh, I did have some help with the artwork actually. So yeah, a little while, just making sure that I was happy with where they're at. Yeah, I love creating cards. I'm wanting to do a third deck to accompany my second book, which is nearly there. Still in the.
So what's the second book title going to be?
Becoming Empowered.
Right, yeah.
That has been my big theme for a little while now, and that's part of why I'm really wanting these cards to take off as well, because it's about putting the power on people's own hands. You don't have to go to a reader to get yourself a message. You can do this for yourself. It's not some mysterious kind of woo-woo thing. They are just so easy to use, and I think when you open yourself up to work with the cards, it gives you so much comfort and so much reassurance, knowing that you've got that instant guidance and support. So if you've not already got a deck, whatever deck it is, I highly recommend that you invest yourself in one of these, because you see, life is so chaotic, isn't it? We're constantly being bombarded by the stresses and everything in life, and I just think having that anchor to hold on to, it's just it's life changing. These become like your best friend.
That sounds amazing. So we've got 4 ladies in the chat who've put their information in to have a little reading from you. Shall we start off with a reading so we can see the cards in action?
Oh, right, yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you quickly. You see, where the cards really come into their own is when you ask the cards questions, and this is the secret source to working with the cards is learning to ask the right questions. So I'll show you quickly. In the guidebook, what I've done is I've given you 30 different card spreads to play about with. And this is where you really digging into what the cards are talking to you about, what they're revealing. And the best kind of questions to ask are not yes or no questions. You're wanting to really just more feel into the energy of what you're asking about. So, okay, well, we could just pick maybe like a little quick 3-card thing for people. So there's no right or wrong way to pick a card. Now with these, because you've got the meanings upright and reversed, I like to do, this is what I could do with a top-down camera to show you. But, you know, I like to just model them up. And what you have to realize is everything works with the power of intention. So let's start with Karina. And we'll set the intention that we're going to bring some guidance through for you first, my dear. And I'll pick you, I've just opened up at the weekly check-in spread. So that's a 3-card spread. And the first one asks, what went well this week? The second card is what still needs attention. And the third card is a message for the week ahead. Okay, so.
Thank you.
You've got a lot going on, my dear. You're saying, yeah. Life could do with being a bit smoother for you. And what went well this week? And you've got the 10 of Wands upright. Now this tells me that you have had a bit of a tough week, to be honest, by the looks of things, that you've been feeling possibly a little bit overburdened. You've had a lot of responsibilities going on. There might have been a little risk of you being feeling like you've been taken for granted, or that you've not been given the support and help that you would have liked. But the fact that this has come up in the what went well position indicates that you've overcome that and you've risen to the challenge, and you know you've actually really dealt with things really well. So I think by the sounds of it, you deserve a huge big pat on the back. Now, what still needs attention? And you've got the Temperance card, which is the card of balance, but it's in the reversed position. And it's just being careful that you don't allow your brain to, your mind to go off into negative thought loops, negative thinking, that you keep yourself in balance, that, you know, you avoid any kind of excess and any kind of temptation to be an all or nothing kind of energy. It's asking you to kind of just re-examine your life's priorities right now, and just to be aware of any stress or any tension, and to kind of try and resolve that. Be kind to yourself, please.
Yeah.
Now, does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so a message for the week ahead. So you've got the Queen of Pentacles, but it's actually in the reversed position. And so the Queen of Pentacles is all about caring and comforting and nurturing, being that wise counselor. So in the reverse position, it's just been asking you to make sure that you are looking after yourself, please. And, you know, there might be a little bits of moments where things could be a bit disorganized, perhaps, or you might have your focus on too much materialistic things. But so just to bring it back into balance and make sure that you're not neglecting any well-being, and just stay healthy and look after yourself.
I am doing that. I am moderating myself, and so I am working on that. Thank you.
That's wonderful. See, a lot of the time, the cards, I don't think, predict the future. They're a mirror for where you're at, what you're already doing.
Yeah.
I think that then that becomes, to me, it feels like a warm hug. It's like that reassurance. Oh, you know, well, I'm on track. Then I'm doing the right thing. You know.
Yeah.
So let's pick 3 cards for Lee now. So Lee, it looks like you might have had a bit of a tough week as well. But what went well this week? You've got the 10 of Wands reversed. So this is telling me that actually you might have felt that you've been shouldering too much responsibility, and you've been kind of teetering on the verge of burnout, possibly. But you've got through it, and what you thought was an insurmountable challenge, you've actually managed to crack it. So, yeah, well done you.
Yes, thank you.
And what still needs your attention? Again, we've got the Temperance card coming back up, but it's in the upright position. So this is a call for you to be a peacekeeper right now, to promote a sense of tranquility and balance and moderation. And it's asking you to really focus on getting life back in order, to really focus on that sense of harmony and remaining calm and composed.
Sounds like a plan.
And a message for the week ahead. Wow, you guys have, you got the Queen of Pentacles. There's the similar cards popping up. I did shuffle these, you did see them. But this is actually in the upright position. So it tells me that going forward in the week ahead, you are going to be that person who provides that comfort for others. You're going to be that nurturing homebody, the teacher, the counselor, the mentor, the mother figure. It's a lovely couple.
Interesting.
Yeah, does that make sense?
But yes, and after the weekend we've just had, that would be a blessing.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, it's
but we're making a start on it, so that sounds very much like a plan.
You sound like you need a huge pat on the back right now.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's do some cards for Kathy. Oh, what went well this week for you, Kathy? You've got the 3 of Swords in the reversed position. And It's telling me that you've done really well to let something go and move forward. You're on a path of recovery right now. You're releasing pain, putting conflict behind you, and you've been the peacemaker. You thought before you spoke, and it's that's
Thank you.
a good card. So what needs your attention right now? Ooh. Well, this is interesting because what went well this week was the fact that you've let something go and you've moved forward. But this is an indication of actually maybe there's a bit more of that to do, because you've got the Eight of Cups upright, and it's indicating that you might just be feeling a little bit stagnant or a bit kind of, I want to say ants in your pants, because there's a desire to kind of move on from something, and a feeling that there's more to life somehow, a searching for something. And it's asking you to assess your boundaries, be assertive, let go from something, and not be afraid to walk away. Does that sound?
Oh, you're absolutely spot on.
Yeah. A message for the week ahead. You can't make this stuff up. Wow. So you've got the Death card in the upright position, which, some people freak out when they hear that word, but all that means is it's an ending. It's a transition. And it quite literally says on the card, letting go of the past. Endings, change, transition, release. So you are on the brink of a huge, significant transformation right now. It could be also breaking bad habits as well. So yeah, there's some big shift happening for you, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My favourite cards, isn't that beautiful?
What's that one for, the last one?
It's called in traditional tarot, it's the Death card, but it just basically means moving on from something, a transition. So,
right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Now I'm not sure. Do I pronounce?
It's Rohini. It's
Rohini.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a beautiful name. What is Rohini? So Rohini, what went well for you this week? You have the High Priestess reversed. Now this is interesting because it talks about doubting yourself and going against your gut instinct, but because this is coming up in the what went well for you, I think it means that I'm hoping that you stopped doubting yourself and that you are trusting your intuition. You might have been feeling that possibly up until this point you've been kept in the dark about something, and your things have come to light for you, or there's been motives for somebody that you weren't quite sure about, but actually now you understand things. Does that make sense to you? Is she there?
Yeah, hi. Just trying to unmute. Yes, it does make sense. It's good. Yeah, not so much the motives, but more that something's come to light and just finding it hard to believe it. you know, just trying to trust my own intuition about it. So yeah, you're right. Thank you.
What still needs attention? So you've got the World card, but it's in the reversed position. So this is indicating that at the moment you feel that you don't have that, it's a very American term, closure. There's a feeling of not taking steps to fulfill a goal possibly, or frustrating delays to projects. There's some underlying thing of feeling incomplete in some way, and there's could be a bit of frustration perhaps, possibly, you know, needing to let go of the past. It's coming up for you. So the World card, it's just it represents your sense of wholeness and completeness and kind of coming to the end of the journey. And at the moment, you're kind of struggling to kind of feel that you've quite made it. Does that make sense?
I'm not so sure with that one, so I'll have to think about that. But yeah, I'll think on it.
Let's see where we're going with the message for the week ahead. Oh, this is really positive. You've got the 5 of Wands, but it's in the reverse position. So whatever has come up for you that you weren't sure that you were, you know, you could believe it or not, it talks about the fact that in the week ahead, you're going to find whatever conflict you've been going through is going to be over. So there will be a time, a peacekeeping time, a truce, more stability. You will find cooperation and agreements. So yeah, I hope that gives you some reassurance, my dear. Makes more sense.
Yes, that's good. Thank you.
We've got Pete, who's with Lee, and Pete's like listening in but pretending that he's not. But you would like a reading, please?
I've got Maria as well. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do Maria first, and then we'll do Pete. I'm pulled to spin the cards. I need a bigger table, bear with me. See, what I should have done is I should have encouraged you guys to get your own cards out and be doing this. This is, you know, but it really is just as easy as just asking the questions, and feeling into things. So what does Maria need to know? I don't believe this. You saw how well I'd muddled the cards and shuffled them. We're getting so many of the same cards popping up. It's a bit spooky, actually. So, Maria, you've got exactly the same coming up for what went well this week. And in fact, you've got 10 of Wands reversed, indicating that you've had quite a tough week as well. But you've overcome it. It talks about shouldering too much responsibility, feeling stress, almost like on the verge of burnout potentially, insurmountable issues, but you've got through it, my dear. So hopefully, you know, you've managed to do a bit of delegating and got some help where you needed to. So well done, you. What still needs attention? And we've got the world in reverse again.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So indicating that you are feeling that some way that there is not things aren't as complete as you want them to be right now.
Yes, definitely.
There's a bit of a frustration with delays to things.
Yes, definitely.
So, a message for your week ahead. And again, we've got a repeater card here. We've got the 5 of Wands reversed. This is a really encouraging, positive card, because it talks about the fact that peace is just around the corner, and you will feel that there's been a truce. There will be an end to this conflict. You're heading into a much more stable week ahead.
That sounds hopeful.
Yeah. So it promises cooperation agreements. So yeah. Fingers crossed for you, my dear.
Thank you. That does sound better. Fingers crossed. All my fingers and toes crossed.
So let's do. What does Pete need to know? I'm just giving him a really good model. Are we going to do one for you, Julia, afterwards, as well? We've got time.
You're so psychic. I was literally just thinking, should I have a card? Maybe just one card for me would be great. Great.
We haven't got long, have we? It's,
Paying attention.
Right, so Pete. Gosh, it's been a really tough week for all of you guys, hasn't it? By the looks of things. You've got the Ten of Swords upright. So Pete, it's telling me that, you know, if this one went well for you, this is the card of endings. Usually quite painful endings, and broken promises and things. But if it went well for you, then hopefully it means that you're now free from that confusion, that illusion, and you know there is only one way to go from here, Pete, and it's up. So sometimes you've got to clear away what's not right to be able to make way for what's better for you, and I think that's exactly what's been happening.
Cool.
So look at it as a positive, and actually be grateful. You know, you're where you need to be. What still needs your attention? Ooh, okay, so you've got the 8 of Pentacles, and this is all job related. It's about work, and so it could be a new job, it could be self-employment, apprenticeship, it could be study, actually. It could be you know, further education. Yeah, but it's talking about what needs your attention. It's having that diligent perseverance, having that commitment to something, pouring your talent and expertise into something, and really letting it be known that, you know, what a really high quality work you produce.
Yeah.
Message for the week ahead. Ace of Wands upright. So this is a really exciting card. This is telling me that you are going to have a brilliant new idea about something. You are going to be filled with this passionate, right, yes, this is what I want to do, kind of fire energy of enthusiasm, that you're going to find a new lease of life somehow. It's all about you following your heart, following your passions. So that is very exciting, Pete.
Unusual for me, but yeah, I'll go with that.
yeah, it's well, we'll see what pops up for you for the week ahead, my dear. Well, Julie, I'm going to squeeze in. I know you like to finish in 45 minutes, but
we can go until 9 o'clock, and so whatever you want to do is absolutely perfect. It would be nice to hear a little bit about angels and things like that as well.
okay. Have you had an amazing idea about something this week?
Sophie, that's all I've got. Ideas.
Yeah.
I've got a million ideas.
You know, it's funny, the same cards keep popping up, because Pete just had this for his week ahead, but this is telling me what went well for you this week is it's that brilliant new idea,
Okay.
and that inspiration, that creative spark, something that is like you've got this burning desire to do. I want to know what it is now.
I'm not too sure. I literally generate millions of ideas every day. Do they make any money? Not usually. But yeah, I do have one, but it's to do with the meeting that I just had, so it might be related to that. Okay.
Okay, well, that's something that went really well for you. So, yeah, hold on to that, my dear, because that's a winner. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, what needs your attention? Oh, okay. This is interesting. You got the Tower card, but it's in the reverse position. So that's actually really good, because, you know, the Tower card can be a bit scary because it's all about sudden change that kind of shakes you to the very core. But in a reverse position, it's quite good because it means that you've actually averted that disaster. And it could be that you are starting to question your values and beliefs, or because this is in the position where what needs your attention, it's probably actually asking you to do that, to question your values and beliefs, to look at any resistance you've got to change. So yeah, delaying the inevitable. So your message for the week ahead, and you've got the King of Cups, but it's in the reverse position. So it's just giving you a heads up just to not allow your emotions to get the better of you. There's a little bit of a risk of kind of running a bit hot and cold with things. Or, yeah, thinking about things, you know, not in the most uplifting way. So just to, yeah, do what you can to get yourself in a good place.
That's good. Thank you. That's great. I was just thinking for the last few minutes, does anybody want to ask Sophie some questions? It could be angel related or healing or anything at all. She's traveled a lot, and
yeah, I'm open for any questions.
Anyone, you're welcome to use your voice.
Hi, can I ask a question? It's just about tarot decks, because I've only got one or two at the moment, but I find it very hard to connect with some, and some I've got rid of a couple of years ago because I just couldn't connect with them.
Yeah.
So, you know, is it, if you're in a, you know, if you're buying one from wherever, if you want at one of the festivals or something, how do you know it's the right card for you? It's you know, when you pick crystals up, you do feel a connection with tarot cards. It's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that is. You see, am I the best person to ask this? some women like shoes and handbags. I like cards. So I've probably got about 50 different decks.
Ah, right, okay.
It will very much depend as to what mood I'm in, as to what deck of cards I pick up. And the tarot cards, like I say, you know, they're kind of set in stone. They're just different designs.
It's the designs I find, yes.
Yeah. So, you know, the meanings aren't ever going to change. So it's really, I would like to say, you know, if you're reading for other people, it's always good to stick with one deck.
Okay.
Only ever work with one deck until you get really, really good, because then you will know those cards inside and out. And it's a very personal thing, isn't it? You know, which ones you resonate with. You
Yeah,
know,
I don't like them too abstract. If the
Yeah.
design's too abstract.
Yeah. But you know, sometimes, you know, the pictures tell a story as well, and then that helps with the messages. So, you know, that's why they're all
Okay.
different.
Thanks. I think I'll just have to kind of persevere with what I've got and see how I feel.
Stick with them and really work with them, because I think it's only in doing so that you form that relationship with them, you get to know them.
Yeah, I think, yes, thanks for that. Thanks.
So how can people find your deck, Sophie?
At the moment, they're only available on my website, angelicenergies.co.uk, or if you are lucky enough to catch me at a show. I'm not doing quite as many this year, sadly.
Yeah. Have you got, is it Chesterfield and Liverpool coming up?
Oh, yes, I can't make it to Chesterfield, but I'm hoping to be at Liverpool. Yeah. I love Liverpool.
I'll be there.
When's the Liverpool one, Julia, please?
I think it's the 5th and 6th of July, is that right? I'll have to check. But I'm also exhibiting, and so is Lisa from Sunlight Sanctuary. Let me just double check.
Whereabouts is it in Liverpool?
It's at Aintree Racecourse. Yeah, 5th and 6th of July. Yes, Sophie and I will both be over there. We'll both be doing talks most likely as well. Are you going to be doing empowerment talks, do you think, this year? Is that kind of the talks you're doing at shows, Sophie?
So I'm doing a talk, you know, pretty much similar to the one that we've done actually this evening, about the cards, and just encouraging people to become their own oracle. But I also put in a beautiful guided meditation. It takes you quite deep to connect to your higher self. So before we do that, I get you to set the intention of what guidance you want your higher self to come up with, take you into that state, and you receive the message through the meditation. Yeah, should be in for a treat.
Nice.
Do you ever put people in touch with their angels?
I do something called an angel guide session for people, which is quite beautiful. I bring messages with the cards. I do give advice on your spiritual journey, and I do healing with guided meditation as well. But I always say to people, you know, the angels will appear to you in a way that feels right to you.
Yeah.
I have had people, you know, come and tell me that they've seen an angel sat at the end of their bed, and, you know, this 8-foot glowing being. I'm thinking, I've been working with the angels for decades.
Large, 2 baby little dragons and a dirty, great, big, humongous dragon at the end of my bed.
Wow, that blows my mind. See, the angels appear to me as like sparks of light. You know, when I'm walking outside, on occasion you can see like millions of gold sparks of light, or you know that they're with you when you get angel bumps. Some people call them, you know, the goosebumps, or truth bumps, if you. Some people call
I
them
always
as well.
remember one of the first times we met, and I asked you the question, how do I know when my angels are near me? And you told me to call them in and, you know, feel the energy, then ask them to go away, so I could feel the change in the energy. And I still advise people to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because you just take it for granted, that reassuring presence that is always with you. Your guardian angel is always with you. And so the moment you ask them to step out of your energy field, you feel really kind of vulnerable and like, oh, I don't like it, come back. Yeah, it's amazing doing that, actually.
Yeah. Is there one angel in particular that you work with the most?
Oh, I suppose I have my favourites, but Michael's always a good one. Metatron, well, Michael for courage, strength, and protection. You can't go wrong with Archangel Michael. Metatron is the #1 angel for clearing your energy field. I personally am very, very linked to Gabriel. He's the messenger angel, wonderful for help with all forms of communication, creativity, working with children. Yeah, I think those would be my 2 probably
So,
favourites.
can I just ask, would you know what angel would be best to call in then to help me break away from what I need to break away from? Give me strength. I carry Michael a lot with me and Gabriel.
So is it emotional healing that you need, emotional strength, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah. I would ask Archangel Zachiel, and he is one of the keepers of the violet flame. Are you familiar with the?
It's my
I
work
was just going
partner.
to say, my other
Yeah.
person I bring in is Kuan Yin every day. But I didn't mention it because obviously talking
So I
angels.
work with Kuan Yin as well. She's one of the goddesses for compassion.
Yeah. Every day I call him Michael, Gabriel, and Kuan Yin.
You'll have to come to one of our events, because I've
Oh,
got sprays for all of these. The Kuan Yin spray is absolutely beautiful that I create. Yeah, it's a lovely energy to work with.
I'll be meeting him before.
But you can just imagine yourself like a Bond girl in the flames, okay? And you can imagine those violet flames around you just dissolving away any negativity, any stress, anything you want to let go of.
And she'll give me the strength to try and do what I want to do. Breaking away, the emotional breaking away. Who did you say to call in again?
Zachiel.
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 Okay.
Yeah, I work with Zachiel the most as well, because for the violet flame work and the kind of darker energy work as well. Yeah.
He's the #1 angel for emotional healing. He also helps you memory as well, which is handy.
That's not my memory. I'm gonna have words with them now. So I totally recommend Sophie's book, Guided by Angels. It's like an encyclopedia for so many different angels, and it tells you all the things about them, the superpowers, their crystals, colors, you know, attributes, and there's like personal passages in there, and there's so much in that book. So it's highly recommended, because we read it for our book club a couple of years ago, didn't we? And it was really good.
I can't wait till you read my second one.
Oh, it's really exciting. So this has been so great, Sophie. Thank you so much, and we'd love to have you come back on and do one of your angel meditations with us, you know, next time. That would be brilliant. Yeah, let everybody know where they can find you, and what kind of sessions you've got available as well, one-to-one. Yeah.
Well, I'll try and be very quick. So I've got all my links on my website, angelicenergies.co.uk. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I do a lovely Facebook group doing free card messages each week and just sharing anything that inspires me. I do various one-to-one sessions. I do card readings, obviously, the angel guide sessions that I've mentioned, but also something called Future Life Progression. Very passionate about it. I suppose it's a bit like hypnosis, but I'm getting you into a deep state, getting rid of any fear, doubt, confusion, connecting you to your best possible future, connecting you to your higher self as well, If you've got any questions you want or guidance you want to bring through from your high self, we can do that. Yeah, limitless in possibilities. So happy to do free consultations. Just get in touch.